Hey, how's it going, YouTube? Thanks again for joining us on another episode here on the G's Footage channel. And thanks again for following the build and progression of Boogeyman. This series is not doing so well. We're not getting too many views on it, but hey, it is what it is. For those of you guys who are following along and joining us in the garage as we build Boogeyman, thank you guys. We appreciate you guys. And this card is being built for you guys. So we're almost there. Today is going to be a different video for sure, and that's because I totally dropped the ball and forgot to turn the mic on a lot of frames. So I'm going to have to step in and do some explaining, but hopefully it comes out okay because, like I said, it is my first commentary. So comment down below, guys. Let me know what you guys think, if we totally dropped the ball on this one or not. But with a little bit of help from G, I actually pulled this video off. So this is not one of G's masterpiece. Quick disclaimer. So yeah, but hey, let's get working, guys. Let's head over to the garage and start turning some wrenches. Okay, guys. So first on the agenda is installing the snout on the blower. So if you guys remember, we took the snout out to port it. So now that it's nicely ported and it clears the K-Tech 103 throttle body, we can put it back on. So I basically just put it back on. It was a 8mm bolt. I used some medium grade thread locker to ensure it doesn't get loose on us. A little wrench, and just secured it hand tight. I just tightened it hand tight. One, because I didn't know the torque spec, and two, because there was no way I was going to get a torque wrench on the bottom bolts. So that was the first thing we did. Okay, now I removed the top lid of the supercharger in preparation for the air charger coolers to be installed. So now me and my brother are going to install the air chargers. One of the air chargers was missing the orange O-ring, so I had previously replaced it on the other workbench. Now I brought them both over, and we're going to use some of this Lubriplate general purpose grease, and this is going to grease up the O-ring, allow it to slide in easy. My brother's making a comment back there. I don't remember what he was saying. I think he was saying I was going too heavy on the grease, but that's what I was doing. Now we're discussing which way they go, but basically it only goes one way, or else the spigots won't match. There, my brother's aligning it, making sure that we don't pinch the O-ring. Looking really good. Now I'm doing the other side. And basically this will help the air charger slide in, create a nice seal, and help us align those spigots really nice. There it is. Now I told my brother, let's remove the other one because I forgot to put grease on the inside O-ring. My OCD kicked in once again. So that's that. There we go. We put it in there. Looks pretty good. Success. Okay, so now we move on to installing the coolant crossover lines. And basically these lines transfer coolant from one air charger to another, and return it out from both into the reservoir. So when we ordered the kit, it was actually missing one hose. So we ordered the replacement hose, and well, this is what happened.
Right here. Oh no, there. Yeah, like this. See, so this is a gap that either you cut it and you shove it in like this. Yeah. Let's see. If I could get it on the inside, And if you put that one on the inside, this one will just fit just right. Right outside of it.
This one's kind of touching it, but bucket on.
We'll let it go a little bit. Yeah.
So just cut it.
Just like that.
Okay, guys, so basically they sent us the same exact hose that we already had. So we had two long hoses, and basically my brother's quick thinking was to just cut the larger hose and make it fit on the inside. So that's what we did. But now we have to secure the hose to the spigots, and we had to use these new little clamps that we actually never used before, and they're actually pretty neat. They're like, well, they're like hose clamps, but you have to kind of heat them up with the heat gun, and they shrink and they grab really nice. And they're supposed to be very good because they don't leak when it's cold or hot, as the something like that. But that's the hose right there. That's the hose clamps. So let's see how those things work.
Going on here, we're gonna try out these new. These are like hose clamps, but they're like really high end, high tech. So we first got to get them out of this little cup link. My brother's demonstrating there. You gotta break them really good, just. Can't see it through them bare claws. Oh, you got it. Or you want to showcase that, Jesse?
Okay, so to secure these little hose clamps, you have to heat them up so they can shrink and grab the hose and secure it to the spigot. So my brother's using a heat gun right now, and he's gonna evenly apply heat all around the little heat shrink clamp. And I don't remember the name. I'm gonna find the name and I'll write it on there. But it's basically a hose clamp that shrinks and secures it on there. So he's applying heat. He's carefully watching it as it gets shiny. Once it gets really shiny, it's a good indicator that it is good to go. Like I said, it takes a little bit of heat to it, a little bit of time, but it looks really nice. Once it's done, it definitely looks better than a worm clamp, and it's supposed to not leak when the climates change, like hot, cold, expanding, shrinking, things like that. It's supposed to never leak, so it's supposed to be really nice. But yeah, that's how you install those little clamps, and it was pretty neat, pretty cool stuff. We never used them before, so it was really fun to do.
Okay guys, so as you guys can see, me and my brother were playing with the crossover hoses a little bit, and that was because the kit was missing one of those crossover hoses, and we think maybe the previous owner had some type of ice box or something like that. But we ordered the replacement hose through Magnuson, and they actually sent us one that was identical to the one that runs on the outside. So in efforts not to wait any longer, my brother's quick thinking was to basically just cut up the new hose we ordered and make it fit. So as you guys can see, it fits pretty good. We clear the the pulley, we clear the throttle body, and that's pretty good. So once we got our hoses to fit pretty decent, now we install the spigots, and that's gonna align our little air chargers in place. And now once you do that, you secure them with these little screws. On the instructions, it doesn't tell you how tight these go, so I'm just gonna tie them hand tight. So let's go ahead and do that. You first install the spigots in here to align the air chargers, and once you do that, there's 2 screws that you have to tie, and it doesn't say to use Loctite or any specific torque spec. So and it doesn't look like the people who installed it previously had some thread locker on there, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do without. Kind of bent my cobalt there. Alright, so once you do that, it says install the air lid. So that looks pretty good. So let's go ahead and install the air lid. Alright, and then you make sure that your lid is clean there. You can grab a little bit of a tri-flow, microfiber. Give it a good little clean. Nothing too crazy. And then you're gonna grab some lubricate. Spin on that. Got a good focus. Tap on the screen.
Yeah, right there.
Got it. All right. And I'm gonna follow along this. Now we're gonna go ahead and install the lid. Show where the bolts should be installed. Torque these bolts to 106 inch-pounds. Okay. So it wants us to torque the lid in this sequence here. 106 inch-pound. So remember, guys, inch-pound. Very important. Very important not to confuse that. And it doesn't call for any Loctite. Is that right? Yeah. Doesn't call for any Loctite. So we'll keep an eye on it. I doubt it they'll come loose because it's gonna be so much pressure pushing up against it. But I doubt it's gonna get loose. Remember, always start your bolts hand tight. What to me?
My head.
No, to me.
Oh.
All right, now before anybody freaks out, I'm not using the ratchet to torque these. I'm just gonna get them closer. I will use a torque wrench. have my torque wrench here. It's a little 1/4 inch one, pretty neat, made by Matco. Works really, really well. Bought this thing on OfferUp. Okay guys, so we torqued the lid of the supercharger. Now don't forget to release the pressure on your torque wrench, or else they go bad, they lose their calibration, or so I've heard. So, but yeah, always back them off. That's what my dad taught me, so that's what I'm saying. Okay guys, so we're gonna end this video here. As you guys saw, we finished installing the air chargers, the spigots, the lid. We torqued it off to spec. We figured out how to run the coolant hoses. So pretty productive day. I'm going to continue to bounce around a little bit because we're still missing some parts and I can't really go step by step, but I'm going to try to tinker with little things here and there just to kind of keep the ball rolling. So we're going to do a quick time lapse and we'll end the video, and we'll catch you guys on the next video where hopefully we could be firing this thing up. So over and out, guys.